Welcome to Angels and Bobs, episode 2, and it's time, I think, well, what is it time for? It's time to actually do some electricity stuff. So we did get the research just done. I think it's at the very bottom, is it? Yeah, there we go. So basic electricity, which means I can make an electric motor, cool. Burn a turbine generator, which is more important. This takes the place of the pump and the steam engine, if you like, from the normal vanilla Factorio. So we just basically hook this up and put coal in it. It generates electricity. It's magic. We also have electric poles, both wood and iron. They need copper cables, of course, and electric inserters, which makes things obviously much better than those burner inserters. We can also make basic circuit boards. So we're going to have to figure out how to make, well, the basic insulating board, a stone tablet, and some copper cable. So let's get started with, in fact, actually starting to choose a new research. I want to probably take mechanical refining. This allows us to do a few things that we can't at the moment. One is to take the ores that we're currently doing, the stereotype and the other one, the light blue and dark blue, take those and convert them into more smeltable ores. I think they're the separate ones like iron ore, copper ore, etc., rather than just losing out on stuff. So we need to make a few of those. And ore crushers, these are the same things as the one we already have, it's just that they are electric. So let's start that by building, let's say, a couple of these burner turbine generators and probably some, well, small iron electric poles. I think that should do us to start off with. And then what I probably want to do is look into, actually that's a good point, did I get electric miners? I don't think I did. Maybe that should be actually the first thing. There we go, maybe not. Don't think I want to pocket craft that many. Okay, but can we actually make red science, or at least an initial red science setup? Looks like it's similar to vanilla iron gear wheels, so we can certainly set up, where are we? I want the assembly machines. Somewhere? They have to be in here. I already have them. There we go. So let's say 3 of those. And I'm going to want more burner labs, but that means more motors, which means more iron plate. And of course I may as well just fuel a few these things while we're actually going. You'll notice that this setup seems to have got things clean on this side. All that this is doing, and it'll be removed very soon, is it's just slowing things down. Right now it doesn't need slowing down because I only have one of these. But if there was more of this coming through, if it misses all of these, well, that's a bad idea. So I want to make sure that it's not going past at the speed of the belt. I just want to slow it down to a single burner inserter. And of course, they're doing fine. I can always grab these and then go and dump them in these furnaces. At least temporarily. Now we'll get some stone bricks as well. You can see it's pulling all the stone out. I set up the same thing between the episodes here, and that's working fine, except I need to keep remembering to fuel this stuff. Yeah, let me just make sure all of that is fueled. Okay, and they're now built. So we want somewhere probably close to the coal, at least initially, and water later, of course, where we can do this. So if we had, let's say, some belt running this way and something like that with a splitter here, and then if we have something like this just temporarily, let's just say we have one here and one here. Yeah, neither one of them have fuel, but that's fine. And we have something along those lines maybe. Then all we need to do is make sure that these are fueled. Now, because we've not got to electric mining yet, and I should actually start that research, although it's not going to do much, so let me just choose, not fuel processing, but mechanical refining. There we go. And I do actually have 10 of those in my inventory. Let me just pop them into the burner lab. There we go. So we can just take the coal and put it onto the belt like this, but that's not going to help if some one of these run out of coal. They are feeding themselves, so technically they shouldn't, but I always like to be a little bit safer there. And yes, again, we can put them onto the belt like this, which I did just before starting this up. But just in case, we take stuff off the belt as well, bring it back into the machines, just in case. Probably won't need it. And then we can just pop down the 2 burner furnaces. burner turbine generators even, and they'll start up, but they won't last for very long because there's nothing consuming that power yet. We're still using burner labs, remember, so they don't actually need electricity. What we do actually need to get started is a little bit of manufacturing of the ores, and to start off with, I can start with something really simple here that's just temporary. Okay, so that's about as much space as we've got. So I guess we can just, again, really temporary. Don't worry too much about this. And put some on this side as well. And we're probably going to do the same thing here, just head down. But of course I need more belt for that. Let's just start some of that up. And I'm going to need some more burner inserters as well. So I'm going to take a quick break while I go make more burner inserters, more furnaces. And then ideally, in fact, hang on, I'm not even going to do a double line. I'm just going to do one line. And I'm going to have it so that we'll get some iron, some copper in this case, and some iron onto a belt so that I can actually use them for other things. Okay, so this is a rough kind of setup. Again, it's very, very temporary. We're just going to get some initial red science going. So to get that started, what we're going to need is iron cogs first. So where are you hiding? Iron gears. That just needs iron. And then we're going to need... We're going to need to make the red science. Copper plate and iron gears, and depends how quickly it can make those. What I could do, although I do need more copper for that, is I could put them like this. If this actually makes more than it say, well, let's just take a look. What's the recipe? So it's going to produce 2 iron plates every half second, so 4 a second. This is going to take 5 seconds. Oh, hang on, wait, did I get that right? Oh, it's going to use 2 iron plate to make 1 iron gear wheel. So 2 a second, fine. This one needs an iron gear wheel every 5 seconds. So that's going to be more than enough to be fed. So we could just copy that over here. And then again, another, do we have another burner inserter? Do I have enough resources for one? No, I'm short of iron still. Now I have enough. So we could do something like that, assuming we had enough, you know, to go around. And then we can place our labs like here. Yes, you're done. Okay, fine. Maybe I just put them like this, and we'll just deal with 2 for now, shall we? Pick this one back up, and then we can reroute this to go down past the rest of them. So let's just grab all these, and then they can just then grab whatever they need. We want the copper even going past this. Don't need to go any further. And I'm out. Let me just make more. 10 should be more than enough. So on the burner inserters, actually, let's get some going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, of course. And that is coal powered. Well, how did some coal make it? Oh, that was my fault. I put more coal in those boxes accidentally. Anyway, they will use up the coal, but that's beside the point. This isn't going to actually automatically feed itself coal at the moment. Again, it's still very manual. But it does mean that if I get another couple of burner inserters, at least for now, this will work. And then we'll have to set something up here as well, like that. And that should work. Once again, I have the items. There we go. So I'm going to go and complete that off camera. I'm going to need a couple more inserters to pass from here into here, here into here, etc. And then we should be able to sort it. In fact, that doesn't go there. That goes into here and here. Alright, I'm going to go and build them. Alright, that's all up and running. We've got our electric mining on the research on the go. And now we come to looking at using this electricity. So, there's a few things we can use it for, and probably the first thing is the stuff we've researched already. We don't need to wait for the next tier of stuff. So we've got 2 ore crushers here. One is Burnemite ore crusher. The other one is an ore crusher. They both got the same health. Energy consumption is pretty much the same, but crafting speed is different. Okay, so the crafting speed is out 50% faster, meaning we're going to get more materials out of it in the same period of time. Let's craft it and let's give it a go. So we want to get started. And here's our burner ore crusher by comparison. We're also going to want enough power poles to actually get the stuff over there. So let's just craft a few of those up as well. I probably could have just picked this one up and just upgraded it because it uses the previous tier as an ingredient, but it's fine. I can always make an extra few with this because we're certainly not going to start with one. So where are we there? So crafting speed 1.5. Let's just quickly take a look at how fast that looks like it's going. Okay, does this look like 50% faster? Just to be clear. Oh, and I need I need electricity poles, otherwise it won't work. Let me just grab them actually from this end. We're going to go from, let's say, here across this way, and remember to hold down the mouse button to get the automatically placing poles. That should do. Are you now running? Looks like you are. Nah, but you're not filling because these are out of power. That's okay. Well, out of coal. Yeah, that's obviously 50% faster, I think. Yeah. So 50% speed pretty much means these are going to be stressed by another 50%, but that's okay. These patches are going to be quite small, so I just wonder about late game if they're going to be large enough. How large does it say that they are on the map? Whoops, too close. 436k, that's probably not a lot, so we're going to have to get into trains at some point soon. In any case, one of the next things we probably want to look at is this electric mining. Because once we've got these up and upgraded to the electric versions, we don't actually need these anymore. We don't need these anymore either. But the best way to actually do this, or the only way really with the electric miners, well, at least to get started, is to put 3 around it. 1 top, 1 middle, 1 bottom, and then we'll just feed stuff onto the belt this way. I think that may be the best idea. We'll see very shortly once that research completes. Are you at a coal? You are at a coal. And I think what I'm going to go through, and I'll do this between the episodes, is just go and upgrade all these burner inserters to electric ones. We do actually need the power poles to do that, but we're pretty much there now. I can just put them... do we have space for both sides? Not in this layout. I'm going to have to put one either side. Slightly annoying. Yeah, let's just do it though. That should be just fine. Something like that. Yeah, and we'll fill in the rest of the spaces obviously when we get them. Although that's not covering that one. Let's just move those down a little bit, just so I'm covering an even grid where possible. There we go, so we've got all these covered, so we'll just need ones from here as well. I can't cover it there and there. Alright, that'll do. So we're about to get the research done for electric mining. So we're going to make the miners, and then I'll upgrade these over here. Are you out of fuel as well? Ah, such a hassle at the start of the game to keep these things fueled. Give me the research. Thank you, research. Okay, so electric miners. Where are we? 4. Let's make 3. And that's going to need a few prerequisites to be made. But let's just grab these, get them out of the way. We're not going to need them any longer. And that's going to be a little bit of a problem. It's only going to feed it onto one side of that belt. But, you know, we'll solve that later. For now, we can put one here. And one here. And one here once it finishes making them. And then we just put the burner inserters. Something like that. Would 2 do there? Yeah. I'll leave it with 3 and we'll see what happens. We've got another one made. And the final one, are you made? Nearly. There it is. And that does need one more power pole, but we've got plenty there. And I may have to look into whether this tessellates. I think we're not going to stick with stuff like this. This crusher is going to get moved off onto a belt somewhere, and we'll have just a field of electric liners like normal. Well, they'll just produce this sapphire ore, and then we'll get, you know, this out of it. All right, so what else can we research? There is steel, of course. That is good. Metallurgy, blast furnaces. Fuel processing. We don't need military because we've got the biters off. Logistics, I think I want. That's only 5 sites, but it should get us started. And let me start splitting this coal up because we want to shift across to having things auto-fed very, very soon now. Now, one of the things that you don't normally get in vanilla Minecraft, vanilla Factorio, is nanobots, or at least construction bots. I had them in fairly late stage of my game, and they eventually sped up. But in this particular mod set, that we're going to have nanobots, and they're going to be available fairly soon. Again, this isn't a starter series, so you know we should be familiar with Factorio by now. If not, I have another series for that. We've got 15 red sites to go, and we'll get the nanobots. The gun appears down here that it fires the nanobots out of, but you don't need to worry about them. They'll just work exactly the same way that you're used to. So just get those going, and that's pretty much it. Fire and forget, and they act like construction robots. And with that research done, I think I'm going to head more towards filter inserters that let me have a bit more flexibility about what I want to do. And there they are. So we need to actually get through automation, electronics, and automation 2. So let's just go for automation, shall we? And this gets us assembly machine 1s, of course. Stone crushers, we get that as a byproduct usually. So maybe there's a way to get rid of that soon, and we need to get another way to get it back again later. So stone crushers and automation. And then we need electronics next. Where's electronics? Let me just search them. What does that give us? Solder, solder plate, tin copper wire, as you might imagine for electronics, insulated wire, basic electronic components, and the basic electron board, or BEB, depending on what you want to call it. And yeah, we have a few of those to automate, so we're going to have to deal with that as well, and a mixing furnace. All right. Okay, so we're going to go through a few of those researches, and I'm going to just go and rearrange things, I think, while those start to research across. I'll be back shortly. Alright, so let's set this back up again, now that we've got a couple more things to add to the system. We've got the miners going, and they're going to output just fine to some belt. And that's the ore itself. We're going to need to then crush it, so we have our crusher, the ore crusher, that is. And we can feed into those. I'm not sure the best way to do this is, so I'm just going to put it, put a couple here for now. And I'm just going to feed stuff in. I'm then going to need to pull out on the other side, and we'll probably need to separate the stone out. Once we get filter inserters, that might be a lot easier to actually handle. Yeah, let's just set this up. So sapphire ore crushing, we want the crushed sapphire ore. We can turn crushed stone into slag, however. Sorry, no, we can turn slag into crushed stone. That makes more sense. That'll be amazing. So yeah, let's just start these back up with the same recipe. And give them some power. And some input. So they should happily do the job that I had before from having them on the field here. And then from them, let's just get rid of these few of these trees. So what's the recipe? If we look at this, the recipe is it produces it takes 2 sapphire ore a second and produces 2 of the crushed sapphire ore every second. And let's just pop this down, the ore sorting facility, which is huge, by the way. It's immense. And this, if we look at the recipe, this takes 4 crushed sapphire every second. So I think it's 2 to 1. We'll soon find out if I'm right. I always read those tooltips wrong. It's just a hazard of playing the game. Yes. And let's just power things up. What's wrong with you? I didn't choose a recipe, that's why. There we go. So both of those are now processing. It's getting the crushed sapphire and it's going to output these. Okay. And yeah, we're going to need to pull those out onto a belt somewhere, and then we're going to need to get rid of the things we don't want or reflow them. The alternative is we could just send them towards the furnaces anyway, and the furnaces are just going to output a split belt, which is, you know, well, not a split belt, but just a random belt full of iron and copper. Sort of would work in this particular setup in that these need, you know, copper, these just need iron, but if it ever piled up so there's more than one than the other, they would just all pollute the belts and we'd all have all kinds of issues. So filter inserters, let's research those as well, get them on the go. If you have any better earlier game setups than this, that isn't going through filter setups, let me know in the comments. Certainly for Angel and Bob's, that is. So from here, we're then going to need to output. So if we output, we're going to need to go through filters, aren't we? So I guess if we just output onto a belt first of all, and we're going to need to somehow deal with those. Okay, so maybe something like this. They're going to be all output from this belt. And what are we going to get out of it? We're going to get the slag. We're going to get the iron, the copper. The copper I'm going to send this way by filter inserter. The iron we're going to send this way by filter inserter. And then, well, we'll see what happens. I'm going to need to move the slag somewhere. I guess I could just put another one in and box it for now. I normally don't like boxing it, but we'll try and take all of that out. It depends just how many of these have come through. You see, we're going to get double the iron as the other two, so I'm hopeful that this won't jam. Well, let's give it a go once the filter inserters have been researched, and we'll see whether that works or not, or if I'm just being stupid and there's an easier way. Those of you who have played Angels and Bobs are about to have your first of many laughs. Point and laugh. Yeah, the filter inserters, they need basic electronic boards. Yes, that's a bit of a problem. Basic electronic boards, we need to build something else to get those going. So let's start off by getting some of this stone from here. And we're going to need to insert, so let's just grab some of that. And we're going to say we're going to make basic insulating boards. In fact, no, we need stone tablets first. Yeah, so that's going to take in stone brick, and once it has some power anyway, this is still a basic version. Can we make the upgraded versions yet, or are they not pocket craftable? They are. They just need iron, and I'm feeding most of my, well, most of my iron has actually stopped, just because we got to this point and I forgot about it, so I may have to rip some things down. Anyway, let's just feed this in with some of that. And then this is making stone tablets. So if we put in another machine alongside it to make the basic circuit boards, or whatever they're called, basic... I know you're in here somewhere. Basic insulating board. It needs wood as well, which we don't exactly have. So yeah, I'm going to have to feed that manually maybe. And we'll also send this from that machine into this one. There we go. That should do. Once I feed it some wood. In fact, that needs to be modified. It's the flooring stuff. Okay, so we need to put another machine in. Wood from raw wood. Okay. Right, so I'm going to need more machines. Let me just make a couple more assembly machines. I'm going to be out of iron. I really am going to have to restore this setup, I think. If I just take that out for now, we should be able to sort this out, which by putting the same setup back in, just temporarily. And we can just feed it into the end of this. There we go. That'll keep it going for now. Hopefully they don't all make it past. No. No! Ah! Once it's going, it should be fine, hopefully. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully that will start restoring the iron. Anyway, onto this. We need this other machine here, so we're going to put that there. And then we want the wood planking, or whatever it's called. It's wood, basically. And that takes raw wood, so let me just put in some of that into the right slot and feed it some power. Some more inserters wouldn't go amiss, but we need some more iron for that, so I guess I should go and grab some from over here. Just borrow a few pieces of iron. That's okay. I'm not going to research anything for now. A couple of inserters. And they're being made. So this should make the basic insulating board. From that, we need to get to basic electronic board. We need to go through basic circuit board first, basic electronic components, and solder. Right, so basic circuit board, that takes the basic insulating board, which you're just making, and copper cable, which you need to make as well. And so if I make another assembling machine, all right, so I'm going to need one there. That's going to need copper. That's copper cable, I think. It'll be in here. Not the tinned, the regular copper cable. In fact, hang on, let's just take a look at what the tinned one takes. Tinned? You'd imagine it's tin, but yeah, tin plate. Okay, where's tin plate come from? This is going to be a rabbit hole. This is going to be a complete rabbit hole. I don't have any tin plate. Okay, I don't have any recipes for tin plate. There's got to be something in research to actually get that. Fine. Well, I'll go and research that in a second, but I can restore this cable setup here. All right, and both of those are then going to output into another assembling machine. Where are you? I need more iron still. There we go. Let's make a couple. And this one is going to be the basic circuit board. Right, so we're going to get to basic circuit boards here, and then we're going to feed this way. Keep on going. Fine, what's the next step? We need, what is it, basic electronics board? Electronic? Why can't I? Is it only made in the next one thing up? Maybe. We're going to need that tin copper wire because we can't get any further without it. Okay, I need to go and quickly check what that's made from. Okay, so this mod really does help. If I press Ctrl E, I think I did cover in the first episode, but we need to make tin plates. This is like NEI in Minecraft. So tin plate is made from crushed bobmonium. That's such a great name for an ore. Oh, bobmonium. Anyway, we can make that in a stone furnace just like the others, so that's no real problem. We just need to make crushed bobmonium. So again, just like the other setups, it's made in a very similar fashion. So that's something I have to get started. However, I think for now, I'm sort of stuck until I do that. So let me just see if there's any other research before I can shift to ore sorting. That I want. Fluid handling will be good. We get the offshore pump. That'll be useful in future. Fuel processing will be useful. Long inserters will be very handy. Let's just go with those actually. Yep, long inserters for now. So do I have any sources of bobmonium? I've got bobmonium down there, so I'm going to need a setup at the bottom. Multiphase oil, stirritite, rubyite. Okay, so we may as well head towards basic electronic boards, and that's a really small patch. But I guess it'll do for now. And we can set up something that is, I guess, fairly simple, because we don't need to set up a massive setup. We can just reuse, hopefully, some of the stuff we've done previously. So we can just go with a very basic setup to get things going. Long inserters are done. Optics, okay, that'll probably be good for you guys if I put lights all over the place. Even though I've got a light mod for YouTube, it still helps so you don't see too much darkness. There we go. So I've got 3 burning mining drills. Let's pop those down. That should do. And this is, let's go away. This is bobmonium. And I guess I can put a couple of furnaces down, just like the initial set. And we can put that in here. And that should start processing once this gets enough of it. Hopefully. There it goes. We'll get some tin plate of that. Yay, tin plate. Which means we need tinned copper cable. So tinned copper wire needs copper cable and tin plate. So if I make another assembly machine, that should do. And this one's already making copper. Right here. What do you actually need? Yeah, so if you're already making copper cable, and I'm going to pull copper in from this direction, maybe we can get tinned copper cable here. So if we set this to tinned, and we can get the copper cable from here and then on down. That means that this one is basic. Why don't you? It's only available in the next thing up. The next tier up of assembly machines. I didn't think it was, but I could be making a mistake there. Let's just give it a go anyway. I can do with some of the next machines up. Let's wait for that to build. Really want to get this ore sorting facility out, but I guess we're going to need this first, or at least I am if I'm going to use filter inserters. Could be an easy way to do it, but you know, we may as well go for this. Will you go for the basic? No, why can't I make basic electronics in here? Basic. In fact, let me just check this NEI or the equivalent. Basic electronics, is it made in a specific basic circuit board goes to make basic electronic board. Technology automation 2, and it is made in the higher tiers. It's only made in assembly machine 2. Fine. Okay. Fine. What does assembly machine 2's take then? What? That takes electronic boards. Are you insane? Guess who isn't getting filter inserters anytime soon? Okay, so let's go back to the original plan. Let's just get rid of you for a second. Okay, and let's just move this down. And let's see what we can actually do with this. It seems intended that I can't skip stuff. I'd really like to. But if this is getting fed with materials, we're going to get the crushed sapphirite. And I need to make sure that these actually are probably just picked back up again and replaced. Otherwise, I'm going to have problems. Yeah, so they're going to build up. And the only thing they're going to feed into these is the crushed sapphirite. So the crushed stone will be filtered out by this. However, they'll output slag. But we can turn slag back into stone by putting them through another one of these crushers. So if I make another crusher... New idea. Feel free to comment below, please, if you know I'm going way wrong on this. There's probably much easier setups, but I'm going to go get another crusher. Feed output from here, which should feed only the slag. I don't think I can crush either of those any further, so it shouldn't, inverted quote marks, feed those. So all I need to then do is, and I'll then end up with iron and copper on the belts I'll need to deal with somehow. So if I have this here, say, and a few of these feeding into it, well, maybe even it depends how fast this is. Why don't you pick up? Pick up. There we go. And a box. And some power. Gonna have to get both of those in the power. There we go, that'll go around. Have you fed with ingredients? You have, and then I need to feed back out of it, so I need another inserter or two. Let's see what happens when this comes out. We'll see if that gets fed into there. The slag should get turned back into crushed stone. What I could then do is feed this back round, and then crushed stone, you know, can go onto this section of the belt, and then we can feed this one over this way, and we'll have to deal with the iron and copper somehow. I'm not sure how just yet, but you know, we'll figure that out as we actually go. So we can now let's put them in the power area. Okay, and you just ignored it completely. because I need to give it a recipe. There we go. If I just feed this onto the end. Yeah, it's easily going to miss stuff depending on what's in there, so I guess I can put another couple of inserters. Want to have some more iron. Yeah, plenty of iron plate there. And I need electric motors. It's probably copper I'm short of, actually. No longer. Yep, there we go. Let's just build a couple more inserters. I will make sure this is always fed. And that's being made into crushed stone. We could, of course, then replace a lot of this setup. In fact, we could just replace a lot of this setup with just that, and we could just send and process it in a furnace into stone brick, and then we'll have to deal with this setup once I can get the rest of it going. The main problem, I had to look at some of the recipes. We can handcraft some of it, but to get this component by itself needs carbon, and carbon is just well, the whole thing is just a rabbit hole. If I just show you the carbon recipe, you'll get the idea. Carbon, you'd think would be quite simple. It needs coke and carbon dioxide. Coke is fine. Coke is just crushed coal, which we could get from our existing farms. Turn it into coke. But it needs technology of coal processing. Okay, so we can take a look at that. But it also needs carbon dioxide, and that needs cement processing and limestone. Limestone needs calcium chloride, carbon, again, with the whole problem. So we can't do that recipe. Second recipe is light mud, water, and water. Okay, so light mud water is concentrated mud water. Right. Heavy mud water, viscous mud water. Yeah, I'm going to have to chase back those recipes. There's a few recipes for each kind, so I need to chase them through. But the short answer is it'll take longer than this episode, which we're coming to the end of anyway. So I need to get this setup going. So we're ending up here with iron and copper. So that I'll have to deal with. But at least we're getting pure ores now. We're not getting this sort of intermediary stuff that'll throw the copper away when we burn it. So that is pretty good. Why aren't you processing? Because you're stuck with the crushed stone, aren't you? So we'll have to deal with that as well. For now, I can just eject it into a couple of boxes, and you know, I can figure that out a little bit later. I'll just feed it straight into one of these, to be honest. Feed this round underneath or something along those lines, which needs a little bit of power. There we go. So now the whole setup will start working. It'll start producing iron and copper ore, which we then need to separate. But we're going to do that in the next episode, when hopefully I won't have a complete mental breakdown at some of these recipes. They're horrible. But it's going to get worse before it gets better. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Feel free to thumbs up and watch me break down next time. Thanks for watching.